Welcome to the Undisputed podcast of the world.
Ding, ding, ding.
I am the living legend, Trebuchet, coming at you into your ear hole once again. To my left, Chad, Showtime Shultz. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How are you guys doing?
Doing really good. You guys had a big week this week. We'll talk all about that.
It has been a very big week for me.
Absolutely. But one more introduction remaining right now. Sitting directly across from me, the one, the only, the A-Train. How's it going?
I'm back after a small hiatus.
Yes, you were. Did we suspend you for some reason? Or could you just not handle the Bobby Roode loss of the U.S. title?
It was probably partially that, but it would not surprise you guys to suspend me and me not know about it. But I don't think that I don't think that would have happened.
I don't think we did. I was just asking.
It's good to have the A-Train back on
Absolutely.
track.
So, Showtime. Big week for you this week, man. You participated in some sort of competition here. You want to go ahead and talk about it?
I had my semifinal round of Funniest Person in Grand Rapids.
True.
One of two crowd picks moving on to the finals.
Yes!
April 11th. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be one of 8 great comedians performing at Dr. Grin's. I don't like to brag, but I've heard from many people that I'm a favorite to maybe win this thing.
Oh, yes. The people's champ, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't say for sure that I will win, but one thing is for sure. Win, lose, or draw, April 11th, it will be showtime. See you in the finals.
Yes.
Have I ever told you the best joke you've ever told me, the favorite joke of yours? It was the one where you said Bobby Roode's not a good wrestler.
I never said Bobby Roode wasn't a good wrestler. I've said several times he's not as good as you think he is.
Oh,
He is a good wrestler.
I want you to understand how that interprets into my mind.
Sure, no. I completely understand that you don't perceive things as they are, which is why you think he's the best.
Boy.
Because he is the best. I know it's a fact.
All right.
We'll have some more Bobby Roode talk here coming up, ladies and gents.
You're entitled to that opinion.
But would he be able to do the glorious DDT this weekend, you think, Showtime? Because we got some banned moves because of, what was it? Louisiana Commission or something?
Oh, yeah, the Louisiana Athletic Commission. So like I said, I don't think any of those rules are going to affect WWE or Ring of Honor.
That's good.
So, see, the Louisiana State Commission...
Would it you think it would affect Impact?
Yes.
Oh,
so they're at WrestleCon.
So
it will affect...
Callahan, just stay home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so basically, they put out I think it actually got leaked, because I don't think it was ever released to the press exactly, but the Louisiana Sports Commission basically said... that for all the wrestling companies coming into Louisiana for WrestleMania weekend, I think it's this weekend we're currently talking about, and the next weekend, there's a ton of wrestling shows in the next week.
Yes.
Tons of companies coming in. Basically, everybody but WWE and Ring of Honor, who are considered basically the two mainstream Major League Wrestling promotions, which can get around it, they say no pile drivers, which is reasonable.
That's reasonable.
In fact, I think most athletic commissions have the pile driver banned.
Yeah, if we don't see a pile driver all weekend, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, so no pile drivers. In WWE also just has the pile driver banned as well. Save for the Tombstone. No one really does pile drivers anymore.
Yeah.
No power bombs,
which is weird because
it's an interesting one. It can be a very dangerous move. But yeah, they said no power bombs. The only power bomb I've ever seen that looks pretty grisly was Kevin Nash's jackknife.
Yes,
that is a sloppy looking move.
He gives up on it.
He's like, Charlie, just like, all right, you go down however you want.
Yep, you go ahead and you take it from here.
Yeah,
I got you this far.
I picked you up. How you land is how you land.
Yeah, he's injured a couple people. I remember specifically the Big Show in WCW. He had a neck injury, or they sold it as a neck injury. Like, he landed really,
he just literally just picks you up and just kind of He with a powerbomb, you bring your opponent.
He kind of sneezes you down, and that's about
you
it.
pretty much bring you. So like the best way to see it, how you bring someone down on a powerbomb is the Undertaker does the last ride.
Yeah, well, he picks you up by the trunks, and you get a little bit of a wedgie.
Yeah, brings you all the way, but he brings you all the way down.
Yeah, and he's
got his hands on you the whole way.
Yeah,
just like Batista, gets you up, brings you the whole way down with the sit down powerbomb.
Yes, it's really awesome.
Kevin Owens is a little bit the pop-up power is a little less deliberate, but still he's definitely he's guiding you down. His hands are on you the whole way. But he's making sure you land flat.
Yeah. But it
Nash
looks impactful too.
Yeah,
like
Nash
I like
is
it.
It does have good impact, and that pop-up it looks really nice. Nash was really just like, you're up, all right. I'm just gonna lean forward, and however you fall off of my 7-foot frame is how you land.
Yeah, it's whew.
Also says no shooting star presses,
Reasonable.
450 splashes, moonsaults, or any other kind of flip off the top rope.
Jeez.
Which
what I'm hearing is no fun.
yeah. So here's the thing: is in WWE, everybody that's doing those moves is pretty well prepared to be doing those moves. Mm-hmm. But it's nothing if you don't know what you're doing and you go for a shooting star press. It is nothing to break your neck.
Oh, no, I do not recommend just trying to do that. And a lot of guys would be trying to pull big spots because it's WrestleMania weekend.
It's WrestleMania weekend. People are coming out. The press is there. The fans are there.
To casual fans who don't really watch the product a lot, if they see a shooting star press, they're going to remember it, and they'll be like, oh, that one guy.
It would also reflect pretty poorly on the city if... because they're getting a lot of press as the city. The city bids to have WrestleMania come to you.
Yeah.
You give WWE X amount of dollars to come to your city to do WrestleMania.
It's like the Super Bowl of wrestling.
So if, God forbid, someone were to be badly injured or die at an independent show in your when you're putting on a
huge event,
at a huge
event.
So WrestleMania Sunday, if someone were to die on Friday doing a move, that definitely put a damper on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it makes sense that they step things up. Also, I believe no one's to be thrown over the top rope.
Jeez.
Or like dive over the top rope. Right. They don't. So they were.
Are German suplexes allowed?
I didn't see anything about German suplexes.
Okay, so we're gonna see a lot of suplexes, wrist locks, submissions.
Yeah. So it's.
And then you said no direct hits to the face.
no kinds of object, no object shots to the head. So they basically just listed any number of foreign objects. Basically, you're not hitting anybody in the head with. I think it specifically listed chairs, trash can lids. I
hope baseball bats.
Baseball bats were not listed.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, they definitely missed out on the meat.
Well, I'm not surprised. Nobody watches Impact except me.
That's fair. Yeah, we were the two people that saw that happen.
It was like loophole.
Yeah. But yeah, those were the major things. But yeah, it sounds like they're stepping it up. I always wonder how much leeway they get, because like I said, there are exceptions that can be made if you can prove that you're qualified as an athlete to be doing these things. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's ever any exceptions for the headshot thing. That's pretty much a no-go anywhere anymore.
We don't want to give people concussions. Happy WrestleMania! Wow.
With like the pile drivers and the powerbomb things, I think it's in the shooting star presses. I think you can get. You can get allowed to do that. I don't know what the process would be to get an exemption from those policies.
Yeah, if my finishing maneuver is a 450 splash, and I'm all like, that's like my move. It's like my whole thing. I'm like the aerial guy. I'm gonna be pretty pissed off that I have to fucking wrestle this way. I'm like, yeah, you can go one of two ways. You can either adapt to it and like try to wrestle a different way, or you can maybe try to appeal it, or like.
So I would imagine that if like Matt Sydal would wrestle an event during this, and he has a shooting star press. I imagine if he appeals to the Louisiana Athletic Commission, like, hey, I've done 500 shooting star presses in the past 2 years. I've injured nobody.
Yeah. Could I get like a pass on this? Like, yeah. wondering what they're going to do with the Lucha Underground people, because
So,
that's a lot of dives. Like,
the
when they
Lucha-
book them, they show suicide dives.
Because they're doing the Lucha Underground versus like Impact thing.
Yeah.
It's possible that one got an exemption, like a blanket exemption as well as a Major League one. But the only people I heard were confirmed as considered being, quote, Major League were Ring of Honor and WWE.
Right.
But it would not seem unreasonable that Lucha Underground versus TNA show would get that as well. Because they're both,
known brands
on television,
Yeah.
But I think what they're really concerned about is like these smaller indie brands that are coming to do stuff. Because I mean, I saw a list of like 12 to like 15 shows that are going on that week.
Oh yeah, if you're a small promotion and you're near Louisiana, like you're gonna try and find a gym or something to book a wrestling show.
I think even like Progress, which is like a European company, is coming out to do.
WrestleMania is huge. It's people come from all over. Like I've been to WrestleMania 23, and I've met people everywhere who came from like Ireland. I met some Australian people. I met people who were from the area. Like it was crazy. Wonderful. I highly recommend it. I did the Hall of Fame thing. I got really drunk. It was magnificent.
I for one can't wait to cry the whole Hall of Fame again.
Get your Kleenexes ready, everybody.
Some people watch.
I know the Kid Rock induction speech is really gonna touch your heart, really hard.
He has that one quote that changed my life. I think it's "Bawada bada bang," like that. It changed who I am as a person.
I thought so. But go ahead. Yeah.
Every like a lot of people will like watch like a sad movie to like. If I need to cry, I just turn on one of the Hall of Fame speeches.
Pull out the heartstrings. That's good stuff.
The one that got me real bad was the Connor's cure like speech they had where Daniel Bryan came out and inducted him.
Yeah, because
I just.
They had him hugging him the whole time.
Yeah, the whole.
He had him in the yes lock at one point. Like, didn't Connor put the yes lock on Daniel?
I think he had it on Triple H.
On Triple H, okay.
Because they had.
I know he was a huge Daniel Bryan fan.
Yeah, when they had him talk. They had basically everybody that met him in the company talk about him for like a minute and talk about how great a kid he was, and I was just like, they start that whole segment with Stephanie McMahon going, we meet this adorable little kid. And then you find out that he doesn't have long to live. This is 20 seconds into that segment, and I'm just, oh no. no. I'm just...
just the water wants to come, and here we go.
Who is cutting onions in my studio apartment that I am in all by myself?
No, that's fair, man. Like, the Connor's cure, like, the kid they got going in this year, that's a touching story. That's going to be wonderful. I know this kid's going to love the hell out of it. Yeah,
those are always great stories. The one that got me a few years back wasn't even like one of those, but it like bothered me with was shoot
was it one of the Warriors?
No, it was Gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now. He was
wrestler. Obviously.
Yeah, he was the TNA commissioner for a minute. Why am I blanking on his name? He did commentary in WCW too. Why?
Tenay, Shivani, Zbyszko. Larry Zbyszko.
I don't know why.
I knew I'd get there.
Lost
Showtime.
his name. Something terrible there.
Cody Ghodes is in the house. What name did I just say?
Larry Zbyszko.
Larry Zbyszko. We've had some issues with his last name in the past.
We have.
It's ironic that I'm. The thing that upset me about him actually was that he was like losing himself in his speech.
Oh yeah.
He was repeating himself real bad, and you could tell he was like. Mm-hmm. He was having like a kind of like an old guy moment where he's like, "What am I talking about?" Like you could tell he was really like he was repeating he was repeating his stories. You could tell he was.
Some of these speeches happen like that.
They do a good job in not making those older wrestlers like punch drunk. Like they do a good job of making them look good. But he like about halfway through his speech, you could tell he had some things he was really trying to say. Yeah, but like he was having he couldn't figure out what he was doing, and he he's just having a moment. And you're just like, oh my heart was breaking for him.
I feel like the Rock and Roll Express that got inducted last year.
Theirs was similar.
One of those guys, I was just all like, oh man, we're just talking in circles, and then they just went totally off script, and I was just all like, this is like a little hard to watch.
Yeah, they every once in a while there's one of those, or the other one that gets me from way back when is when Bobby Heenan's talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gives this funny speech, but he gets all choked up at the end, and he's just like, "I wish Gorilla was here." And
I know
just
that was just like emotion.
You were laughing in that speech. You were crying. But it ends so like that.
Nobody look at me right now.
The speech kind of ends. The speech kind of ends on a sad note. But then Mick Foley gets up after that, and he goes, "So everybody's laughing during the last speech, and I got really quiet, and I said a small prayer to God that says, please do not let me follow Bobby Heenan." And I thought that was hilarious.
Yes. How do you follow the best talker in the business?
Yeah, exactly.
But Cody Ghodes.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good. How's being champion going for you?
Going well.
This is the first time he and I have been in the same podcast together since he stole my title from
That's
me.
not true. I was on the podcast last week.
I remember commenting.
Were you on the podcast last week?
He was here last week.
I
Yeah.
thought we were doing the 2-man thing.
No, we did the wrestling voiceover
Commentaries.
stuff. He was popping in and out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were kind of
popping in and out like a pimple.
Yeah, you were. You were. Yeah, you were very.
You are the zit of the Undisputed podcast of the world.
I take my demotion down to contributor level very seriously, so I will pop in and out. I take the in and the out seriously.
So here's the thing: when I win that title back, I'm just gonna retire you.
Okay.
Oh, well, y'all gotta be worried about the money in the bank coming up, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
I don't think anybody should win that tournament anymore. It's been a farce.
Appeal to the GM coming up here a little bit later on. But before we do that, let's talk about Monday Night Raw really quick here, and the highlights and or lowlights of it. John Cena called out The Undertaker again to no avail. And I wonder if The Undertaker's going to be here this Monday. My bet is yes. Like 99.2% chance.
I kind of hope at this point they just swerve us and John Cena is just in the audience.
He's just as a fan.
He's just
as a fan, and then The Undertaker just blasts him.
I want the Undertaker. I just want John Cena sharing popcorn with the old lady sitting next to him. That's what I want that.
Hanging out with The Rock's mom.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'd be okay with that. What else happened here? Ronda Rousey's coming up.
Yeah.
God, I want her to be so much better at this than she is.
I've got high hopes. Trebuchet's got high hopes. Hopefully, Ronda Rousey will not murder Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania.
I just don't think I don't think she's ready. I feel like she can be very good, but she is so far from ready.
Yeah, well, like I said, Kurt Angle's probably going to carry this match.
Yeah.
The majority of it.
Kurt Angle can't even carry a tune right now.
Showtime legitimately means the U sucks now, and it's sad.
Kurt Angle is...
It's breaking my heart just watching Showtime turn on Kurt Angle.
I love Kurt Angle, and
so
he has done nothing good recently at all. He can't talk. He doesn't move in the ring. Like, and it makes sense that he's not that great in the ring anymore. Like that, I don't hold that against him personally.
Yeah, age will do that. And the wear and tear of his career.
Talk anymore. What happened?
I don't know. Like I said, it seemed like nerves to me because it just seemed. It's nerves, and I feel like the you sucks legitimately bother him. Like, you say I suck, I'm gonna get fucking mad, and then I'm not gonna remember what I was supposed to say.
That would be very strange if the you sucks were affecting him like that at this point.
That's my story, and I'm putting it on Twitter.
He's been
and I'm sticking to it too.
He's been doing you suck chants for 16 years in just doing great with them. If in 2018 all of a sudden he's like, you know what really bothers me when they tell me I suck, like, that That doesn't make sense to me.
I have never.
It does to me. I do not like people telling me I suck.
So obviously, I've seen old Kurt Angle stuff,
Mhm.
but when I first started getting into wrestling a little more heavily, he was the GM, or maybe it was a little after that. A little after I got into it, but he was GM of. Was he GM? No, he wasn't GM.
He was GM of SmackDown.
He was, no, I'm thinking of when he was back in Impact. He was never GM.
Oh.
I don't believe so,
No.
no. He had all the titles at one
But
point.
he was bad on the mic then, really. When I've never seen him
I
really
didn't
good
see
on
a
the
ton
mic.
of his Impact stuff. I saw some of
On
it.
Impact, he got too turned up. He would always be all like spitting and shaking.
Yeah, I know. He always did
And,
that.
like,
So I'm like, oh, that's what Kurt Angle. All Kurt Angle is.
The problem with Kurt Angle on Impact was he was like drunk or like high out of his skull half the time.
Well, you got Kieran Angle / Jarrett in the middle of it.
Kieran
Yeah,
Angle. I
he was
forgot the Kieran Angle.
yeah, he
angle.
was having some
Pun intended,
he was
kind
having
of.
he was having a lot of personal problems in Impact. So like anything he did there that was weird, I'm going to write that off.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
man.
he's sober now, and I don't know what to say about him being bad at this, other than that
I
he's
got
Either
it.
too much drugs or too much impact.
No,
I don't know.
it's too little Jason Jordan. That is the problem, guys. Can we give 3 claps to, here we go, 1, 2, 3.
nerd.
Yeah, to
Jason
the one and
Jordan.
only nerd of the...
Jason Jordan is a nerd. I'm actually wondering. So I had mentioned like the punch drunk thing earlier. I'm wondering if Kurt Angle's got like something going on.
He may. He
He
may.
might. Like, I would
he
feel like-
butchered
I
Becky
would-
Lynch's name.
I would
like,
feel like a
during
giant
mixed match.
dick right now if Kurt Angle's just got like brain damage and
Yeah, I
I'm
wouldn't
just
be
on this podcast
surprised.
shitting on him for it.
like, who? But
like, I know
like-
that's the only thing that like makes sense to me because he's not on substances anymore. Like he's doing really well in that regard, and like good for him. But yeah, I wonder if he's like got. But they wouldn't clear him to wrestle if he was like
if he was
having like old man like.
that's what I feel
can't-
too.
Like, yeah,
I don't know.
I cannot figure out what's wrong with Kurt Angle.
If you know or have a theory, you can tweet at Showtime Shultz, everybody.
Please let me know. I'd love to hear your theories. Or Kurt, you can just message me.
Yeah,
He's
DM.
been very liberal with his Twitter in the past.
Okay.
My favorite was he one time he tweeted at Randy Orton to stop stealing his finish. I think Kurt Angle was real drunk, and Orton used to do that. Used to do like
It was an
basically-
angle
It was
slam.
an angle slam.
That
It
was an
like-
angle slam. You ain't
hit-
fooling Trebuchet.
He hit it a little different, but it was very much an angle slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time Kurt Angle tweeted him and was like, "Hey, stop stealing my finish." And I forget quite how Randy Orton responded. But
Oh,
it was
I'm sure it
very-
was graceful.
It
I'm
was
sure.
very Randy Orton in nature. It might have been like, "Hey, Kurt, stop drinking." Like it might have been.
Oh,
it
my
might have
Lord.
been that.
Okay. Speaking of Blandy Orton, he's on this like thing called Smackdown. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
SmackDown, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the roster. That we got Daniel Bryan back. Yes, 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 yes.
I really hope it's not just a giant hype move. Like, I really hope he's back.
He's
Well,
back.
They
Oh,
wouldn't. They
he's
wouldn't.
back.
They wouldn't do that.
He's got a tag team match
He's-
coming up at WrestleMania.
I feel
or should
like-
I say Yestlemania?
I feel like I don't know. And Chad may have proposed this idea. Actually, I may be stealing it from last week, but
Stole my title. Why wouldn't you steal my ideas?
Oh, did he steal your mustache too?
No, I would
That's
not.
all
I would-
authentic.
I would not have that mustache.
Yeah, Hulk
Dan-
joking over here.
Daniel Bryan loses at WrestleMania, and then moves to Raw, and stops being general manager of SmackDown.
He's already like teasing quitting as general
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, so the stip for the match is Shane and Daniel versus Owens and Zayn.
It is
If
bugs.
Owens and Zayn win, they get their jobs back.
Yeah, because they were fired last Friday.
Do we think it's possible that Bryan could turn heel at Mania, like right out of the gates of his return?
That'd be cool.
I would absolutely love for Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Daniel Bryan to be like a 3-man
A
faction.
unit?
Yeah.
I could see, you could have the world title and make the tag team titles relevant again,
Wait.
and like
They just tear up SmackDown's ratings are through the roof.
At the NWO
put those 3 against the New Day. You know what I mean? Just
If
like you got that
Bryan
3-on-3
turns
right
heel
there.
and Zayn, Bryan, and Owens run roughshod over SmackDown, it would be insanity. Like
I would call them like the Indies or something.
SmackDown,
You know what I mean? Because that's like the whole
SmackDown.
gimmick.
SmackDown would be the A show if that happened.
No, because they got Styles. They could even pull Styles into this because
I think Styles is a good opponent for them.
Yeah, well, I could see that too because he's got
Styles
the title.
can-
he's got the
Styles
title.
got the title, and he can tear it up with any of them. Shinsuke would have. I want to see Shinsuke versus Brian in a match.
Yeah, we were
that would
talking
be
about that.
that would be a great match. Your opinion on Shinsuke is straight garbage.
I do not agree with you
I
at
will
all.
go so far as to say your opinion on Shinsuke is invalid. It does not
Well,
count.
you can't say it's invalid. It's still my opinion. Like I'm allowed to
I
have
have
it.
an opinion. I acknowledge it, but
The
I
GM
don't
acknowledges
like
my opinion.
I don't
Thank
like
you.
it.
I don't care. My opinions are not here for you to like, you humanoid. But yeah, no, the SmackDown roster is freaking awesome, excluding the tag division. The tag division's kind of weak.
I have a hard. You're also knocking the SmackDown tag division, and I get that you don't like the way the tag division is being booked. But can you deny that the Usos and the New Day have put on a handful of the best tag
It's
team
very
matches
top
we've
heavy.
seen?
I'm sorry. It's very top heavy. Like, I don't like the way they buried the Fashion Police. I don't like.
The Fashion Police are terrible.
They
I feel like-
were over.
I feel like-
enjoyed the Fashion Files, and then they just were like done.
I feel like Gable and Benjamin should be getting a better push.
I
than
do
they're
too.
getting.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Fashion Police as a team. I feel like they're.
Who else? Is there any other? Am I forgetting?
The Bludgeon Brothers.
Bludgeon
Brothers,
Brothers,
obviously.
brothers.
We've got ourselves it sounds like there's a triple threat for Mania.
No, they do. They
threat
showed
tag
a
team.
thing. Yeah, we got the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Should be a good match.
Yeah,
I think Bludgeon Brothers are gonna come out on top there.
you think so?
I think yeah.
I just don't care.
it
doesn't matter to me.
I get that feeling.
I
that way.
want to care.
The-
Tag team wrestling.
I feel like the work rate is there. I feel like they're putting on the matches that can get them over. I feel like the company just has to get behind that division again.
Yeah,
But like the Hell in a Cell match, the Usos and the New Day.
that was good. That was good.
That was a fantastic match.
I'm not saying they don't have good matches. I'm just saying that it's not. It's just. It's all swept under the rug. Like, it's all for naught, really. Like, there's like one match every couple of like events where you're like, oh, that was a good tag match. Other than that, it's all singles.
Sure. I think part of the reason Raw is able to have a better tag division is because that extra hour.
Yeah. Who is the Raw tag?
They
Sheamus and Cesaro.
they don't just raise the bar.
They are the bar. Yeah, and then their number one contender, Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't love that decision.
That hurts my feelings
That,
as
you know.
a fan of tag team wrestling. Come on now. I understand you want to build him as a monster. Why didn't you put him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Because that is definitely the catch-all of WrestleMania. He deserves a better spot than that.
You think that?
I don't think that
I don't think
he should be. I don't think he should be in a tag match. But
I feel like you
think
should
he
make
deserves-
Braun win that, and then have him interfere in the main event or something else
So
like that.
here's the thing: are we under the illusion that the Andre the Giant Battle Royal actually means anything? Are we?
Who's won it? Cesaro.
Cesaro.
He's got a title right now, but it's a tag title.
Cesaro did absolutely nothing after that. Like that win meant nothing for
Right.
him.
Baron Corbin's
Baron
won
Corbin
it.
won it,
Mojo Rawley's won it.
and the Big Show.
And the Big Show's won it, but the Big Show's pretty much retired now.
the Big Show. The Big Show just got it as like a.
You're a giant. You've been with the company here.
Nice
you
little
go.
nod.
Have a trophy. Which is cool. I like it. It was a happy moment for him. I was happy for him.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed the Big Show.
They just have realized that they need a way to get all those guys on the show at Mania, and that Battle Royale is it.
Well, they always, like, before they had this one, before WrestleMania started, they would have a Battle Royal to kick off the show. There was always a pre-show Battle Royal.
Yeah, it was. So that was
And
nice.
they brought the tradition.
It didn't
to the
usually.
main
It
stage.
didn't usually make air, but now that we're airing the pre-shows too, so that's another interesting conversation about WrestleMania. Trebuchet.
Yeah.
Does WrestleMania start at 7 o'clock, or does WrestleMania start at 4 o'clock?
For me, it's gonna be like 4 o'clock.
That's me too. I feel like the pre-show is no longer a thing for WrestleMania. WrestleMania is just
It's a day.
It is
It's
a
a
7
day.
hour. It's just a
It's
7-hour event.
It's an extravaganza.
I
want to say that
I
again.
love wrestling.
Extravaganza.
Usually after that weekend though, I need a little bit of a break because you think about it, you get
Oh man,
you
yeah.
get
It's a
3
weekend.
hours, 3
It's a
hours
weekend.
3 hours on Friday for the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
Like 2 to 3 hours for NXT on Saturday, which I know you're not doing, but a lot of people do that.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
And then, like, basically 7 hours on Sunday of
WrestleMania. And then you have post-show WrestleMania.
Well, you can't miss that Raw. There's always something big happening storyline.
That is probably...
Someone's debuting. There's always a big shakeup with storylines, and that crowd is always amazing.
It's always one of the top 5 best Raws of the year. Hands down, because the fans from WrestleMania are still there.
So, like,
they're still pumped. And I think SmackDown's from the same place, too. Isn't SmackDown?
Yeah, usually SmackDown's pretty good. They weren't always doing that, but now that Raw is Monday and SmackDown's Tuesday,
they're just why pack the ring up?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? We're here.
Just hang around.
Yeah. And that way you can have Raw and SmackDown people like run in and interfere. And if you want to do Superstar Shakeup 2 coming up, you can do that. And
I don't know if that's going to be like the Monday after.
No, I don't think it'll be closer to like, I think Backlash is after that or something.
Probably, yeah, pretty close.
It'll be around that time.
Yeah, Road to WrestleMania is. We're almost there.
We're T-minus.
We're going to be having a crazy weekend that weekend.
Oh my lord!
This group here.
I can't wait for that. Super excited.
I can't wait for that Four Loko Power Hour.
I am gonna have so much water on hand.
Yeah,
we should be sponsored by a water company at this point.
And they're not gonna drink it.
We should be sponsored by a water company, and we should also just be like advertising for people to sign their organ donor cards.
Yeah,
we're gonna need some livers.
Please
over here.
Donate. Much like you want to donate to my NWA fund. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I, Trebuchet, the living legend, want to become your National Wrestling Alliance champion. That's right. I want to join the likes of AJ Styles, Harley Race, Trebuchet. Man, does that sound good together, guys? Just like good company right there. Good company. We got a Medieval Siege Machine hanging out with other legends. So help my dream come true. Please donate. Hit me up at
Trebuchet. You got that $50 on there?
I still do. Yes, I do. So, like, this is not a fallacy. This is a legit thing.
There
so
are actual donations towards this, and it kind of blew my mind when I figured that out.
I would be a great champion. I may wear a robe. You don't even know. Like, come on. Just think about it. Me. This guy.
There's only one robe for me, and I'm sorry.
See, now you're just being ridiculous. Because, like, if there was only one robe, it would not be Bobby Roode's robe. I'm sorry. It would be the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair.
Yes, but that one has since retired.
I'm sorry. Does Bobby Roode have a rap?
What's up?
Is there a Bobby Roode drip? I have not heard that song. Have you heard that song?
I have not heard that.
I've heard the Ric Flair drip. It's on there.
I think that song's about gonorrhea, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure. After further investigation of just hearing it a second time, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. I wish...
Give the robe his time. Ric Flair was in it for years.
A-Train likes Bobby Roode the way rappers like Ric Flair.
That is very true. That is a fair comparison.
That is a very fair statement.
So, next week, I look forward to the world premiere of the A-Train's song, Bobby Roode Drip. I'll be coming to you next week.
Speaking of things...
It's also going to be my debut of writing a song ever. We'll see how this goes, ladies and gents.
Speaking of things that aren't going to get over, so there's been a pretty viral video. I didn't actually mention it to you before this. It's basically... I forget which independent company it is. But basically, guy heads to the ring... not a real name. In fact, I think I looked at his Twitter account. He has fewer followers than I do.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, and I ain't shit. So,
what was this?
So I think his name is Devin Danger. But like literally, I think he has like 66 followers on Twitter.
And this is a wrestler? Or?
He's a wrestler, yeah, independent wrestler. He's walking to the ring and he's trying to get some heel heat. Walks up to like a little girl. And goes for extends his hand.
Oh, I saw this. You saw this.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
yes.
about. He extends his hand to her, and he goes to pull it back. You know, the pull away spot.
The whole,
yeah.
Nah,
but he pulls it away, and she leans forward, and he spits his gum right on her.
He spits on a little girl.
The gum bounces off of her.
What?
This is not where the story ends,
which
though.
is nuts.
Yes.
But he walks away. He's like, all right, I got her.
Oh,
Walks
no.
by, Her dad jumps this motherfucker from behind and just is popping him in the back.
Rightfully so. Fuck this guy.
So I am not signing on for attacking wrestlers for pretty much any reason.
No.
You don't get involved in the show. No matter what the heel's doing, for the most part, don't put your hands on them. It's not okay. If a wrestler spits on a little girl, you should probably the whole crowd should probably just jump.
Like,
I'm
as a society, like, fuck that. Like,
yeah,
I saw this Showtime and I paused. I'm all like, no, the fuck, he didn't.
This it's funny too. So he apologized, but people are not buying this apology. It looked blatant in the video.
Oh, I know it did. It did. Like I said, I was just like, holy
is there a cheaper? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to know. I just want to get filled in. I was in the bathroom.
Oh, well, you go ahead.
Somebody?
We're gonna get our first instant replay here. You're gonna figure out why this is Impact Wrestling bad.
Oh,
that's how bad this is. No, it's not Impact, but it's that bad. It should have been on Impact Wrestling.
We've got our double feature here.
Yes.
So independent wrestlers walk into the ring.
Okay.
Try to get some heel heat. He approaches like a little girl, and he goes for like the classic like pull away. He like extends like his hand for like slap his hand.
Yep.
Yeah, goes to pull it away. She leans forward to slap his hand, and he spits his gum on her.
Oh my god!
The gum bounces off of her. As he's walking away, the girl's dad just clobbers him. It's just he's throwing pretty bad punches, but like he's just like hitting him.
He's peppering him on his back and trying to. He's pissed. Like
so on the one hand, he apologized, and the apology seemed pretty insincere. On the other hand, the guy didn't whip the dad's ass.
No, he did not.
He did not return fire at all in the way that a wrestler would be justified. He was getting hit.
Right.
So it might have been he thought, all right, I'm going to get a couple of shots here, and I probably deserve, I
might deserve
he's going to hit me a few times, and I'm going to... He also, so I imagine at an independent show, if you rush a wrestler, the other wrestlers are going to come out and pull you off.
Protect you a little bit.
Yeah, the locker room may very well empty if something happens. No one came to this guy's aid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all right, he's gonna catch a few shots, and he's gonna deserve it.
Yeah.
Now the story is that he apologized to the family after the show, and hey, it was an accident. I was trying to spit my gum out and do the Mr. Perfect thing, or get some more heat. I didn't mean to spit on your kid. I don't buy it.
Trebuchet's not buying it.
I don't buy it. I'm willing to be a heel, okay with a heel doing a lot of things. Don't spit on kids.
Don't spit on kids. Like, come on now. That's just fucking...
Give a little dignity.
You're not from Ohio, are you?
He's not. He's not. The days of Bubble Ray Dudley spitting on people in the audience are far over.
Well, that didn't look like an ECW crowd per se either.
It's not. No,
she was like with a group of other little kids.
What promotion was this?
I don't know,
it was just some nameless.
Okay.
Didn't really.
The video was online.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It's for a lot of reasons that doesn't fly anymore. It definitely wasn't an outlaw ECW crowd either.
No, it was not.
It was a lot of wrestling, independent wrestling is promoted as like family friendly now.
Exactly.
So they I'll tell you what, if I was a promoter, I would have thrown that guy's bags out on the street.
Yeah.
Like by the time he was done with that match, you're like, all right, that match, you get out of my building.
Yeah, you'll never work here again.
Yeah, I'm giving your paycheck to the kid you spat on.
Yeah, for real. Jesus.
Starter a college fund.
Yeah. So so a lot of guys were talking about how people were commenting online were like, this hurts independent wrestling. Because this post went viral.
It looks bad. It looks really bad. Because
parents are gonna all right, my kid wants to go see an independent wrestling show. Oh, here's this video of a guy spitting on a kid at a show. Yeah. I don't want to. You're not gonna. You can't.
No, we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna go.
Yeah,
see,
you're not gonna take your kid into a room where you think there's a chance they're gonna get spat on by
Well, you may get spat on at Chuck E. Cheese too, but that's something else.
Yeah.
All right. Because we're speaking of just tragedies in wrestling, let's talk about Impact Wrestling for as quickly as we can here. Austin Aries.
I'm glad I did not see any of it.
Austin Aries is your new grand champion.
No. Oh.
Because...
How did Josh Matthews...
No, he beat Matt Sydal. Yep. Just soak that in for a minute.
Okay.
Just soak that in for a minute.
That makes sense.
He beat Matt Sydal. Austin Aries didn't seem to care. Matt Sydal didn't seem to care, and the fans sure as fuck didn't seem to care.
Sanjay Dutt cared about the steak Alberto Del Rio was eating during this match. That's the only thing that was cared about.
I'm almost at the point of going in and upgrading my Hulu subscription to like I think it's $40 a month.
It's not.
Just so
It's not worth it.
It's not. Oh my God!
Don't do it.
Don't. Please don't.
If you need to see it, come see it with us before the show, and you'll never want to see it again.
Exactly.
Goat was sleeping during this show, and he was clearly the smartest amongst us.
Yeah. That's why he's the champion right now. He brains of the operation. So yeah, that was bad, and I'm just pretty much done talking about it right now because that's all that you need to know. So moving on from that, the SmackDown Top 10.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, well, A-Train got up. There's a part he needed to be here for.
Oh, man, A-Train, contribution time. Missing out.
I mean...
Here, have a Trebuchet pellet.
I'm actually okay with the SmackDown Top 10 list because you know what top 10 list is still out there technically?
Who's?
Bobby Roode's Top 10 list.
That's true. So
you know which one's on Twitter? The A-Train's angry top 10 list.
Made Twitter. It's the last Top 10 of the Undisputed podcast because the SmackDown Top 10 is no more.
Yeah, well, this was A-Train's angry Top 10. The night the U.S. title got stolen. Undeservingly.
I love that it says "fuck Randy Orton" on the bottom. 2 exclamation points.
Let's hear that angry top 10. Let's hear
number
those
one.
standings.
Any guess, Chad? Any guesses? Who's
Let's start it. Let's start at 10. Let's start at 10.
Let's build suspense.
Let's build to it.
I can tell this by reading my handwriting now. Just how
you were
angry
pretty bad. I remember you writing it on.
Did he break a pencil doing it?
This is a pen. I might have broken the pen though.
You were full of piss, vinegar, and beer that night.
All right, number 10 I had, below number 10 I had fuck Randy Orton.
That's my favorite.
10 I have Rusev.
Happy Rusev Day, everybody.
Happy Rusev Day.
Glorious week. 9.
God, you're the
worst. Continue. Number 9.
Number 9 is Naomi.
Naomi, feel the glow.
And number 8 is Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, your next WWE champion.
7.
I hope at this point.
7 we got Jinder Mahal.
Because you can't hinder the gender.
6 we've got Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. I'm a big fan. Huge fan of Becky Lynch.
The only wrestler I've met in person to date so far. So
you've dated Becky Lynch?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What dreams do come true?
I'm trying to start that rumor right now. Get her on the show to be like, fuck no.
Yeah. A-Train says he's dating Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, care to comment?
Hit us up. At, what is it? Schummel.
Alex Schummel 228.
228.
You can even do Trebuchet LOL. He'll forward it to me.
I definitely will. I'll retweet it.
Keep this nonsense away from that Showtime Shultz. I'm trying to run a brand here. I don't need this.
You can also hit us up at Showtime Shultz. He'll be more than happy to.
No, I'm serious. Keep these terrible rumors away from my account. I try to have some journalistic integrity.
I'm spreading fake news over here at Trebuchet LOL. You can be sure to check all of that out. You can tell by the mixed match propaganda that I spread earlier today.
At Goat, I probably won't reply because I don't use Twitter much.
Yeah. Go. Did you hear that? That Sasha and Finn did not win. The mixed match challenge.
I was spreading some fake news.
Trebuchet lied about that earlier.
Yeah. I did not get that correct. Yeah. Becky Lynch got the pin.
I wrote it on the key.
Oh boy.
Just a few minutes ago.
This is just like the NCAA March Madness bracket. You screwed this one up too.
Okay, yeah, I want to apologize for that and apologize to my local pub for writing Purdue won and went to the Elite Eight when they did not. In Sharpie. I did use the E in Purdue to make the E in Texas Tech.
Well, isn't that all right, continue this and then we'll talk about mixed match challenge.
All right. So 5, I have New Day. 4, we have Shinsuke Nakamura. 3, we have AJ Styles.
Yes.
2, I have Charlotte.
Okay.
And number 1, the glorious Bobby Roode.
I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked.
He is a glorious former champion.
And did you think he was going to pick Bobby Roode? I had no idea he was going to pick Bobby Roode.
No.
I thought for sure.
Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, Showtime Shultz might not be able to make it. He might be out with an injury for next week's podcast if he keeps us up.
I thought Carmella was going to be number one. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I was thinking it was going to be the Legend Brothers.
Money in the Bank is worth something. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Because I'm going to win it.
So, mixed match challenge.
Yes.
So I've had this spoiled for me in both ways now. I don't even know if I'm actually spoiled. Who won? Rude and Becky?
Yeah, Rude
Yes.
and Becky.
So Becky was on this one.
Yes.
So I haven't seen
So
it.
I want
everyone else
half
just
credit.
recap and
You're
Trebuchet wants
you're
half
not,
credit.
You're not getting half credit. For those that may not know,
I had Becky. I had Ginger Snaps. That's half the team. She was snapping. So I'm
Does
just...
it matter? That's what I want to know. I mean,
Doesn't matter.
I'll give you points if it doesn't matter.
I'll take them. I'll take them. I don't care. However I can
Here's
get
the
them.
thing: is Charlotte's back next week?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, well then no, you shouldn't get it.
Come on.
Oh, well then,
Becky got the pin.
Oh, well then, no, you don't.
Becky got the pin. No,
We have heard it from the head. At that
If
point,
you
it
feel
does not count.
like I should get half credit, tweet at Trebuchet LOL and I'll forward it to @Goad.
I think A-Train should get full credit for having Rude Flair. So
I do not. That wasn't even the team. Charlotte wasn't even there, and Becky got the pin. I'm sorry for your eardrums,
I'm
everybody.
sorry that when I made the bracket,
This is the worst thing since Ziggler
I didn't
came
account
back.
for
This
a
is horrible.
gum up
I'm
appointment.
Trebuchet's
that
walking
put her
out
for a
on
week.
this. Trebuchet is walking out like Ziggler won. I think we should.
Bobby Roode had a terrible robe this week.
I think we should just.
Now shots are
I think
fired.
we should just
I'm getting
throw out
alerted
this
now.
whole bracket. Like I think that this whole
I'm upset.
This whole mixed bag challenge thing has been a giant farce in my mind.
Take that back.
I don't
I will not.
I don't like
upset.
any-
I don't
I
get
don't
half
like-
credit. I'm upset.
I don't like anything about this. Like I
like the
I don't
amount
love-
of tension there is in the room right now.
I don't
like
love
that.
putting it on Facebook. I don't love the fact that everything's kind of been outside of WWE canon.
I
That,
like
what happens in the mixed match challenge doesn't really affect storyline.
I enjoyed Corey Graves showing his text message a couple weeks ago. That was fun. That was fun for me.
I don't like Beth Phoenix on commentary. The only part about this I liked was the sexual tension between Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman.
Oh,
I was eating that up.
Yeah, I was eating that up, and the beard twist and the pull as a week or two ago.
Yeah,
I was leaning in for a kiss,
I was there for that.
and then the Miz fucked up. Miz,
I had fun with Carmella Big E stuff. What else was there? Ginger Snaps was... I did not care for that. That one was kind of silly. Goldust, Mandy Rose, that was fun. I enjoyed them as a team. Some of the interviews and stuff they did were fun, but I understand where you're coming from.
I feel like this was a vehicle to get over Facebook.
It was the dumbest thing ever for Kurt Angle to come out after Mixed Match this week. That was
just a reminder of what they're doing. There was really
I think what it was.
What had happened? Just
I
tell me.
think
I don't care anymore. I'm gonna watch
They were
it
in
later,
Pittsburgh, so they sent Kurt
Yeah, I
Angle
think
out
that
there.
was. Yeah, I think that was a lot of it. Was Kurt Angle because this would have happened at SmackDown, not at Raw. So Kurt Angle being at SmackDown, I think was just get the hometown pop.
Yep.
Yeah, and be like, oh yeah, Charlotte's back next week, everybody.
Yeah, that was really all it was.
And yeah, Charlotte's not really hurt that bad. She had gum surgery.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think she had surgery on her gums. I think probably she's lost teeth before. I think
I believe that. being what
get
wrestling
them
is.
knocked out. So I think they were just doing something to her gums. They gave her the week off.
Everybody
It was
wants
nothing-
their pearly
nothing-
whites to look their best for WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah,
It's
so
not a big
nothing.
deal.
She's the
serious
queen.
at
You
all.
can't have the queen having gaps in the teeth.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
she will be back. Shane McMahon.
He's gonna be teaming up with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, so that whole diverticulitis and having a hernia thing, I don't know how much of that's kayfabe, how much of that's real. Because supposedly he does need surgery, but he's gonna wrestle
At
with
Mania.
the hernia because he's Shane McMahon and he don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's.
Um,
He's the Daredevil. He's
Yeah.
gonna do.
I would imagine
things
that-
against better judgment.
that diverticulitis though, if that were to flare up before Mania, that could definitely throw a wrench in this.
They can switch it out.
That's really what hindered Brock Lesnar in his UFC career. He also had the diverticulitis, and that really fucked him up.
Yeah,
It's like a gut infection.
it does not sound fun at all.
Yeah, it messes you up pretty bad.
Yeah.
So get well soon, Shane and Charlotte, and especially Jason Jordan, because I miss him because he's a wait for it, nerd. That's a second one.
Yeah, we got
You
two
can
of them.
tell Jason Jordan was doing good stuff because Kurt Angle's not as good without him. I'm just saying.
And that's not remote. Jason Jordan was terrible too.
I
I think Jason Jordan's terrible.
I think Jason Jordan's better than
flooded
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Kurt.
I'm just saying.
Jason Jordan or Sasha Banks?
Showtime has left it. Yes, 3 claps for me. You got Showtime to go ahead and take a laugh. Yes, I'm very proud of what I did.
Okay, so
go ahead and donate to my NWA
with the
Championship
current
Fund. Everybody.
situation,
Yeah, GoFundMe.
with the current situation as it is.
Okay, let's see these standings.
Showtime's
Okay,
back. Welcome back, buddy.
If Rude Flair wins, A-Train wins. If Miz Asuka wins, then hold on. Who did Roy have?
Roy had Miz Asuka, I think.
No, who did Roy have in the last match? It's very critical. I
I
think
think he had Rude.
he did, which means your half credit doesn't help you at all.
Still want it.
Yes, he does. So it means that A-Train wins if Rude Flair wins, Roy wins if Miz Asuka wins.
My perfect bracket is no more. I'm mad. I want my half credit.
The perfect graphic was that when your fan vote was wrong.
Got half the fan vote right.
We didn't. Yeah,
You did not.
different
Fan vote,
votes.
right. Especially considering the main fan vote happened and you were wrong. This happened to be a second, albeit completely different fan vote that we didn't register for.
I feel like I got it right. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want half credit for that too, so you can be back in the lead?
Yeah. Duh.
No.
Come on. So close.
Man, you were just in full on weasel mode.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is all truth. You can follow me at Trebuchet LOL.
Gonna
for
put you in the
more truth.
weasel suit. Have a match with you.
So what you're saying is
Never.
I'm going to win the bracket, and I'm going to have a perfect bracket.
Turkey suit, baby.
Minus the fan vote.
I think that's right, isn't it? Is that correct, A-Train?
I think I have a perfect bracket besides the fan vote.
Ruth Lana, Ruth Flair, Yep. Perfect bracket is with the fan vote going right now.
All right. So.
You also wrote Glorious there. I forgot about that.
Man.
To the surprise of no one.
So we'll see what happens
It was
Tuesday,
actually
right?
actually really great because I was cleaning out my car yesterday or the day before,
Yeah.
and I just had some shirts in there that I would like keep for whatever random occasion I needed a clean shirt for.
Yeah.
Well, I brought some of those up, and this was those shirts have been in there for months, maybe as long as I've had the car, which is a long time.
Oh boy.
And so we brought those up to get washed, even though they hadn't been touched. And we unfold this blue, and I can't make this up. I will bring it in if you don't believe me. A blue and gray with an intricate design shirt says "Glory" at the top of it.
I do love that.
Any other goings on about your week you want to talk about, Adrian?
Bobby Roode is like the Easter Bunny, is what I'm hearing here.
Yeah.
He's just dropping off glorious stuff to A-Train's car. So one day it was boots, and then next day it was knee pads. And I can't wait for Easter Sunday. It's gonna be a glorious row.
Glorious finale. All right, is that everything?
I believe that is everything. We're on the road to WrestleMania, everybody. And yeah, I think we're ready for final thoughts here. Let's go with the GM, because he's right across from me. Cody Ghodes.
Disappointed Sasha and Finn lost. You want because I thought they won. That's one. Two, looking forward to next week's show, pre-show, the magical pre-show, pre-show, whatever you want to call it.
The drunk.
It's gonna be good.
The drunk. We'll probably talk about the Hall of Fame a little bit.
It'll be a jam-packed entertainment for your ear holes.
Probably some bacon too.
There'll be bacon.
There's going to be alcohol. There's going to be bacon, and there's probably going to be a lot more people on next week's podcast, I would think.
Oh yeah.
And picks. We're going to be picking like it's freaking Cody Ghodes' nose over here. That's what we're going to be doing. Good final thoughts, buddy. Oh, he actually gave me a high five. I'm surprised he didn't leave me hanging. Final thoughts, A-Train.
I'm actually going to take a second to apologize, and I'm going to try and pay a little more attention to wrestling so I can talk about more than just one wrestler.
You don't want that.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit on that too. Like, that's ridiculous.
I will. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to retain my title as our Bobby Roode expert on the show.
Yep.
But
Fair enough. Trebuchet, final thoughts?
I'm happy to be on the road to WrestleMania here. We got a lot of bacon, on the horizon. Did I get my half credit because it didn't matter?
Yeah.
I am very happy to have gotten my half credit. I told you guys I was going to get it, and I did.
oh crap!
Very happy about that. I'm glad that our SmackDown Top 10 list lasted longer than the actual SmackDown Top 10 list. 3 claps for us. 1, 2, 3. And check out Chad Showtime Shultz, because he's going to be your funniest person in Grand Rapids because he is the people's champion. Final thoughts, Showtime.
That will lead me to my final thoughts. I'd really like to start with, first of all, Yestlemania.
Woo!
Next week, there'll be bacon. There's going to be alcohol.
Yes.
There's going to be some tears from the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
There's going to be some wrestling matches. There's going to be picks.
Yes.
It's going to be great. We're next thing. We mentioned Sasha Banks. You cannot make me like Sasha Banks. You can't.
Not trying.
I'm neutral.
You cannot.
She's okay.
I actually went so far as to agree with Showtime, and I said, and I quote, "My hate for Sasha equates to my like for Bobby Roode."
That's mean. He's off the rails today. The H-Man's off the rails today, isn't he? Here, Cody Ghodes.
I think that's the worst thing that's the worst thing anyone's ever said about Sasha on this podcast.
That was about as bad as Goldust
you're
wrestling
outside.
John Cena.
Yeah,
That was pretty
I
bad.
am here very frequently. I would just like to say one more thing. 11 days till the 11th. See you at the finals. It will be Showtime.
Trebuchet out.
God damn it.